Hello everybody, my name is Timothy and I want to welcome you to the Penang Travel Tips YouTube channel, and today I'm starting a two-part series video on my recommended Penang hotel for 2025. So it's going to be in two parts because in today's video I'm going to touch on my recommendations for accommodation, and in the next video I will touch on my recommended Penang hotels for dining. And when I come back, I will explain to you how does a hotel get into my recommended list. So let's get on with it.
Penang streets so bright, every corner a delight. Markets buzz with life, filled with joy and sights. Hidden gems we find, local flavors oh so kind. From the beaches white, warm sun feels just right. Penang my new home, wherever I roam, this place is my own. Penang my new home.
To get on my list of recommended hotel for accommodation, a hotel has to satisfy two important criteria. The first is that hotel has to be in regular contact with me. You see, in the hotel industry, there's huge staff turnover and people keep on going in and out like a revolving door. And so I may know a person at the hotel, but the next month, a different person is in charge. So for a hotel to be recommended, it has to have somebody who is in regular contact with me. So that would be the first criteria. The second criteria is that I have stayed there before. And you might say, there are so many hotels in Penang. You have stayed in many hotels? Yeah, I have stayed in many hotels. Because a lot of hotels know who I am, and they know to invite me for a staycation so they can show themselves off. They can show off their hospitality. And having said that, that is also one reason why some hotels dare not invite me, because I will be scrutinizing their hospitality and I may bring out flaws they do not want people to see. And one thing I have to be clear about is that I visit all the hotels, I have relationship with them at no charge. It's not that I am being employed by any hotel. It's not that I'm being paid by any hotels. I am not paid by any hotels. I am always saying that the beauty of being financially independent is that you can't be hired and therefore you can't be fired. And so I can get to speak my mind on all the hotels and show you, the viewers out there, which are my recommended hotels. And the next thing you might ask is, how about this hotel and that hotel that is not in your list? Do you recommend it? Then I will say, but you have just gone through my list of recommended hotels. What else do you want me to tell you? If it's not in my list of recommended hotels, it means that I have no familiarity with it. And you might even persist and ask, then is that hotel bad? I will say, no, I didn't say that the hotel is bad. I just say that I have no familiarity of it. I do not know whether it is good or it is bad. But the hotels that I do have regular contact with, then if you stay in those hotels and you have an issue, I know the people to get in touch with. I know how to escalate the issue for you, because some of the hotels I know all the way up to the general manager. So that is the advantage of knowing me. And so people who are working in the hotels, 10 years ago when I first started talking about hotels, I do reach out to the hotels. But nowadays, I don't do it anymore because I would assume that in Penang, you need to know who I am. If you do not know who I am, well, this is to your own disadvantage, because for every day that I am not recommending your hotel, I will be recommending your competitor's hotel. And that is happening not here on this YouTube channel, but on my website, where I am showcasing all the hotels, and also on the Penang Travel Tips Facebook group, where it's the place for travelers to interact. And now, having said all that, let's go to my list of recommended hotels one by one. In this video, we are doing my recommendation for accommodation. I will mention breakfast because it is tied to accommodation, but for other dinings, I will keep that for my next video on my recommended Penang hotels for dining. We start in Batu Feringghi, and I have 2 hotels here to recommend from the Shangri-La group. They are the 5-star Rasa Sayang Resort and the 4-star Golden Sands Resort. I have stayed at Rasa Sayang 3 times and once at Golden Sands. Rasa Sayang is one of the most luxurious hotels in Penang. It certainly covers the largest area. The hotel is so huge that it comprises the Garden Wing and the Rasa Wing. Both wings have their own swimming pool and dining area. Of the 2 wings, the Rasa Wing is the most exclusive. It is Rasa Sayang's equivalent to the executive lounge. Guests staying at the Rasa Wing may also use the facilities of the Garden Wing, but not the other way around. The pool at Garden Wing is larger to cater for more guests, while the one at Rasa Wing is smaller, more exclusive and tranquil. For guests at the Rasa Wing, breakfast is provided at Feringghi Grill, while those staying at the Garden Wing have their breakfast at Spice Market Cafe. Feringghi Grill, which is a fine dining restaurant, is serene in the morning, so guests choosing tranquility should choose to stay at the Rasa Wing. On the other hand, the Spice Market Cafe is very happening because there are more guests staying there and also there are more choices. If you are staying for more than one night at the Rasa Wing, I would recommend that you have breakfast once at Feringghi Grill and once at Spice Market Cafe to see the difference. And I would recommend Rasa Sayang Resort because there are simply so many activities you can enjoy on its grounds, or simply just wander around. And if you enjoy a spa treatment, there is an in-house spa village built in the Balinese Tibetan architecture where you can enjoy a massage or facial. Next, we go next door to Golden Sands Resort. While Rasa Sayang is 5-star, Golden Sands is 4, but it's pretty much the same management and they share most of the management staff. They are on the same ground, so it is possible to walk from one hotel to the other. The Golden Sands Resort building is curved around its water park. If you come with children, they will have a great time at the water park. The resort has just completed the upgrading of their lounge and children's play area, and so is now air-conditioned and very cozy. At Golden Sands, guests partake of their breakfast at Garden Cafe, an open-air restaurant where you can enjoy the surrounding greenery. Next, we move down to Tanjung Bunga, and the first hotel I want to recommend is Flamingo Hotel by the Beach. It faces the beach at Tanjung Bunga, which is gorgeous, especially in the afternoons. I have stayed here 2 times. The hotel has a lovely swimming pool and most of the rooms have beautiful sea views. Breakfast is at Flamingo Cafe, which offers nice view of the outside. Next, we continue to Mercure Penang Beach, a low-lying hotel just across from Tanjung Bunga Park. It is situated in a cove, so the water here is a little less rough. I have stayed here twice. There are rooms facing the sea and some face the hills. Breakfast is at their dining outlet Ombak Cafe, which offers indoor as well as al fresco dining. We continue eastward leaving Tanjung Bunga, and now we are in Tanjung Tokong. And the hotel on my recommended list here is Hampton by the Beach, Penang. It is one of the newest beach hotels along the Tanjung Tokong Tanjung Bunga stretch. I have stayed here twice, once when the hotel was just opened and again a few years later. Breakfast is at Spice Garden, which is on level 11, and from there you get a gorgeous view of the sea. And by the way, to maintain consistency in my description, I call the ground floor as level 1 and the first floor as level 2. Now we continue next door to Hotel Central Seaview. I have stayed here once. It is one of the older hotels here and I'm glad to see it's still running smoothly. Each hotel has its own market, and if you look at the price of each hotel room from Rasa Sayang down to Hotel Central, you can say that you get what you pay for. Nevertheless, I will still be recommending the hotel whether it's a 5-star, a 4-star or 3. Breakfast at Hotel Central Seaview is at Horizon Cafe, which true to its name, you can actually look across the swimming pool, across the sea, to the horizon. We now move down to Georgetown, and the next hotel on my recommended list is Citytel Penang, which I have stayed 2 times. It is an elongated hotel with some room facing north and some south. The north-facing room look towards the sea, while the south-facing ones look towards the city. Breakfast is at their main dining outlet, Main Street Cafe, which is located in the furthest end of the building. Citytel Penang is quite centrally located. From here, you can cross the road to explore the heritage areas of Leeds Street and Moontree Street. Next is the George Penang. This is also quite a new hotel, though it is built to blend in with the surrounding architecture. I have stayed here once when it first opened. The hotel is very cozy inside. The dining outlet is called Saffron Dining. It offers views of busy Penang Road, but guests are shielded from the noise and bustle of the street. Both Citytel Penang and the George are on Penang Road, which is one of the main commercial streets in Georgetown. Now we move on to the waterfront, and the next hotel is Royal Chulan Penang. It is housed in a heritage building, one of the old mercantile buildings from the early 20th century. I have stayed here once and occupied one of the nicest rooms in the hotel with gorgeous views of the harbour. Breakfast here is at Sri Tanjung Cafe. This hotel is ideal for people who want to stay in Georgetown, especially if you wish to explore the heritage parts of the city, such as the Clan Jetties and the waterfront. Now we move south, and the next hotel on my list is iconic Marjorie Hotel, one of the newest hotels in Penang, now just about 1 year old. It is centrally located in Sungai Nibong, offering gorgeous view all around. Guests take their breakfast at Tiffin Hall, the main dining outlet on level 2. From iconic Marjorie onwards, we look at hotels on the south side of the island that cater to guests who do not want to stay within Georgetown but prefer to be in the Bayan Lepas area. Next up is Easting Hotel Penang. I have stayed here twice. It is located within walking distance of Queens Bay Mall, one of the largest shopping malls in Penang, so that makes it very convenient. Easting Hotel has its own in-house spa called Danai Spa, which I often visit. Breakfast here is at their main dining outlet, Suez Brasserie, on level 1. Some rooms face the sea towards Pulau Georgia and some face the hills. Moving on, we enter the Bayan Baru area, and the first recommended hotel on my list is Amari Spice Penang. It is one of the newer hotels built as part of the Spice Convention Center development. It is very convenient for people who are attending conventions, as it has a link bridge that connects directly to the convention center. Breakfast is at Amaya Food Gallery, a huge dining outlet with views all around. There is also an executive lounge, and guests on the executive floors may have their breakfast there. Next, on the other side of the Spice Convention Center is Olive Tree Hotel. It is just a few years older than Amari Spice Penang, and it offers the same convenience as Amari for people who need to be in the Bayan Lepas area, particularly those who need to be at the convention center. An overhead pedestrian bridge crosses the road from the Olive Tree side to the Spice side. Breakfast is at Suka Coffee House on level 2. Going south, we arrive at the southernmost major hotel on Penang Island, and that's Lexis Suites Penang. It's the only major hotel in the area, and it offers gorgeous views that are unique to itself, which is the south coast of Penang Island. There are 2 types of rooms here. I have stayed at this hotel twice, and I have tried out both types of rooms. One unique feature of the rooms at Lexus Suites Penang is that they all come with their own private dipping pool and private sauna. So it is perfect whether for children or adults. And this is in addition to the main swimming pool. Breakfast is at Roselle Coffee House on level 2. And now we move on to the mainland, and the first hotel on my recommended list is the Light Hotel in Seberang Jaya. It is the first 5-star hotel on the mainland. The hotel has a cavernous dining hall, but I will save that for the next video on my hotel dining recommendations. The rooms here face either north or south. The hotel also has a new in-house spa called Yoyoy Kampura Spa, which I have recently experienced. Moving on, the next hotel is Izora Hotel in Perai. I have stayed here once, and the hotel is also arranging for a second stay later this month. This hotel is very convenient for people who need to be in the fast developing Perai area. It is just within walking distance of Penang Mega Mall, with more shops coming up in the area soon. I remember during my first visit, I stayed at 2 different rooms on 2 different nights because the hotel wants me to experience as many rooms as possible. Breakfast is at the Straits Cafe. Going further south, we have Iconic Hotel in Bukit Mertajam. I have stayed here twice, the first time when it newly opened, and again a couple of years later. It caters to the fast developing Bukit Mertajam area, which is a well-industrialized part of Penang. The hotel is both a business hotel as well as a leisure one. The rooms are chic and breakfast is at mezzanine on level 2. Now we move north to Bertam, and the final hotel on my recommended list is Bertam Resort Penang, the second 5-star hotel in Seberang Perai. This sprawling hotel reminds me of Rasa Sayang Resort, so it's befitting that the 2 huge resorts anchor the beginning and end of this video. I have stayed here 3 times, and every time I got rooms with gorgeous views of its huge swimming pool. The hotel is right next to Bertam Water Park, a huge water park in the area, so you can stay at this hotel and enjoy yourself the whole day at the water park. Breakfast is at Isoira All-Day Dining Restaurant. So there we have it, my list of recommended hotels in Penang for accommodation for 2025. And as you can see, I have stayed in many hotels in Penang. In fact, more than what you see in this video, because I only showed the hotels where I still am maintaining regular contact with them. And every time a staff move on, I would lose contact, and I would simply wait for them to get in touch with me again if they know who I am. And you will also see that most of the hotels I have stayed at least twice, if not once, and some of the hotels I have even stayed as many as 3 times. And it's nice to be able to go there to experience their hospitality, and that is the whole intention of inviting me, so that they can show off the hospitality, because that is going to appear on the Penang Travel Tips website and is going to stay there permanently for years and years. And so in my next video, I'm going to do my recommendation of hotels for dining. So we have just covered for accommodation. In my next video, we are going to do it for dining, and for that, I'll see you next week. And until then, this is Timothy signing off.
In your charms,